Okay, well, I've mentioned this before in other videos, but I want to make a dedicated video just on how I clean these HWH jacks. Been parked down here at Kissimmee for about 3 months, and there's all kinds of crud and grit sitting on the jack. Because you just look at it at first from out from under the RV or from standing next to it, it don't look so bad. But let me zoom in here a little bit here. If you get close, see all that grit that's stuck to it? All that dirt and grime, dust, sand, all that stuff. If you don't wipe that off with it, all that gets jammed up into the packing, into the seal. And my story goes, 10 years ago when we first got this RV, our rear jack got to where it got slower, and it finally stuck one day and burned out the solenoid. Because if you may not know, on these HWH Jack systems, I believe in colder weather you got about 7 minutes. They want those jacks all the way up and the solenoid's closed. If the solenoids stay open too long, they can burn themselves out. That's what happened to us. So got the new solenoid. Of course, I still had the problem with the jack not retracting. So I talked to a friend of mine who's been manufacturing and rebuilding jacks for 40 years, and he told me to, lower the jack all the way down, take you some transmission fluid, and lather it really good, and then let it retract 2 or 3 times, and that should take care of it. As he says, over the years, the seal, the packing in here gets dried out from all that grit and crud we keep jamming into it. Because you got to think of it, on the other side of the seal, inside this tube, is transmission fluid. So if it's good enough for one side of the seal, it should be good enough for the other side. And I also asked him about WD-40, and he told me that in his repair shop, you won't see a can of WD-40 anywhere. There's something about WD-40 in certain types of seals that can actually harm. I'm not for sure if HWH uses that type of seal, but I have read other places where, like motorcycle chain manufacturers that use O-rings on their motorcycle chains, they warn do not use WD-40. So I don't know for certain that applies to HWH, but for 10 years this has been working for me. Well, let me back up. That's how long we've had the RV itself is about 18 years old, and these are all the original jacks. So so I'm going to get in here and give us a little bit of a clean, and I'm going to show you how I do it. Okay, so check that out. That was just one wipe on one side. Let me do another wipe here. See all that dirt and grit I wiped off on that just by making one pass. But actually, the best way of what I wanted to use that white paper towel so you could see the grit. So what I normally do, I take a microfiber cloth and just get in here and shine it up really good. Get up in the top really well. Get out all that grit. Now she's nice and shiny. Trying to do all this one-handed. Okay, got that done. Now here's the neat thing I came up with. It really makes it handy, because trying to get transmission fluid applied to that jack can be a messy job. So I found an easier way. I got me a little thing of shoe polish, emptied out the shoe polish, and put transmission fluid in it. Now I'm gonna try to do this with one hand. If I can do it with one, surely you can do it with two. All right, get that off there. Because it's got that little applicator. That little foam applicator comes in really handy for this. So I just take that foam applicator and lather it on like that. And I'll go all the way around the tube. And then when we're fixing to leave here in a few minutes, when I leave, it's going to retract all that nice clean transmission fluid up into the jack, and keep those seals nice and soft. So like for, I got 18 years so far out of these jacks. I'm hoping to get a lot more years out of them. So far I haven't had a failure yet, but knock on wood, that goes. I've also thought about it would be nice I don't know if it'd be nice to find some kind of spray that I could just spray on there, like to get all the grit, because there's a lot of grit will build its way up in here too, if I could just blast it out. But I really don't know what something's safe to be. There's brake cleaner, there's starting fluid, all that stuff, but those chemicals are pretty harsh. So I've just been taking a microfiber towel and wiping it really good, getting the dust out of it. So anyway, that's my story, and it's been working for me. And if you happen to have a jack that is sticking on you, giving you trouble, and he did tell me in extreme cases, if you got a jack not retracting, you can fully extend them, take you some oh, it's really fine sandpaper and sand the, or emery cloth, that's probably be a better term for it, and polish that shaft really good. Apply transmission fluid to it and see if you can't get it retracting again. A lot of times you can get it working again, and like we did, because I had a jack that actually the service shop that back 10 years ago told us the only repair was to replace the jack. Well, the jack's still going, no problems. Anyhow, that's all I got today. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye.